And we have received another box. And so I started going ahead and taking some of these pieces out just to verify that everything is here and that it is what it's supposed to be, like the right color and everything. This is going to be an outdoor bar. So that over there is the new table and chairs that we got for the outdoor living space. And don't laugh, but this is not completed. We've still got to paint all of this and everything. We're going to put so there was a permanently mounted counter that was here that was just storage that we are not using. We're not keeping it. And so we are going to put a fresh coat of paint on all of this. But this is where this bar is going. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this together because it's not going to be a permanent mount. It's just going to be one that we can move around. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it together and make sure that we like what it looks like over here. But the plan is to have it come out this way, L-shaped, and be able to use these chairs that were from our other house around it. And I want to make sure that it's going to fit correctly. Now, we do still need to put down flooring. We are going to redo the flooring. We're still up in the air on what kind to do. So if you have flooring like this that you have put flooring over the top of, please leave a comment and let me know what you got, what you liked. If you got something that you absolutely hated, so that we have an idea on what we need to get. But yeah, I'm super excited because this is what we are currently working on, and you can see the chaos of everything right now because everything that was over here has just gotten kind of thrown around. We are going to get started on trying to put some of these pieces together, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, just a little update on where we are. Everything that was in here, well, there's still a couple pieces in there, and there's still a few pieces that I haven't put together yet. This is where we are now. It's Denali. Hi, Betty. So here's where we are. I was thinking about putting the bar over here in front of the window, right? But we have this little area right here. I don't know if you can really tell it here, but it juts out from the wall. And so I had two chairs sitting here, but now my thoughts are maybe that we put the bar in front of that. That will give a little extra room back here because you'll have this little space. You'll also have that outlet right there to be able to plug into. So like basically pull this up to here. And so you have this outlet here and then you end up with this little extra space. But here's my thought. I have some little shelves that can hang up. So I'm thinking maybe we should put this up against here and then hang some of those like floating shelf type things up there. And then I can move this piece over there or there, most likely there. But that's kind of what I'm thinking now. That would then just give us, you know, a little more room here to where we can still put bar stools over there. And then when people want to, they can just pull them up to the bar if they want to sit at the bar. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I need some feedback on this. So this would scoot further that direction and be just in front of that little area there. So there'll be definitely more room down here, but this is plenty wide for me to walk between. I mean, it's probably about 16 inches or so. That is potting spool. But I don't know. What do you think? Leave me some feedback. This little owl up there was there from the people before us. That's going to come down. It's not going to stay. I'm just letting him hang out for a while. But I don't know. What do you think? Should I leave it here to where when you come out you're at the bar and then put those chairs back over here? Or should I put the bar over here to where I feel like you would have more room and more of a bar type display there? No. Leave me some feedback. So here we are. This is what we ended up with on the bar. So I also ended up just putting this little shelf up back here. I have one more of these that matches that I can either go above it or below it. The issue with going below it is I don't want anyone to hit their head on it. And so I'm kind of debating whether to go below it or not. Now I can put one below it, and this would be approximately 5 foot height. So I still have some room above it to be able to utilize this one, but I can also go above this one and I still have some room up there. So I'm going to have to debate that one and then try to figure it out. But I am loving the shelf up here. Now this is what we ended up with on this. So the bar is actually taller than I thought it was going to be. It's not taller than I thought it was going to be, but it is taller than I thought the chairs were. Apparently these are counter height chairs and not bar height chairs, and they're 24 inches on the seat, and I need like a 28 or 30 inch, because when I put these up here, I have 6 of these. I was planning on putting 3 here, and then I was planning on leaving some over here for people to be able to pull up to that side of it. But the problem is, when I sit on one of these at this, my chin touches the bar. So that's definitely too short. Even for someone who's taller than me, I still feel like that is too short. So I've got to reconsider that and try to figure out what to get. But so we were planning to put it here. This is when you come out of the door. We were planning on putting the bar here. The only problem is, for it to come out here, it literally comes to here and stops, and then your chairs go out there. So even with different stools, you're taking up so much of your space here that I didn't feel like I wanted that, because I felt like it was too crowded. So then I got to looking over here and realized that with this little area that juts out from the wall, that actually gives you more space behind the bar. And when you come out, it doesn't feel like you are crowded in here, and it doesn't feel like it takes up too much room, because even when the bar comes out to here, you still have chairs that have to come out. Whether we use these or whether we get some other stools, they would still come out, you know, a little bit more. And so I felt like that was just too crowded feeling. So I went with putting it over here. Now, when I'm here, this is, that's magic right there. This is the new outdoor seating that we got, and I am loving it. I also love that over here at the bar, I'm directly looking at whoever is sitting over there. And so you have, you know, complete vision of everything that's going on without having to turn to the side to look. I just feel like that's better. So the one that I ended up getting is this one, and it is on Amazon. I will link that one into our storefront. However, I want to be completely upfront with you guys. I did order this one off of Walmart.com because Walmart was offering free shipping and it was on sale. So I went ahead and ordered it from there. So that's the reason I ordered it from them, but I will link the one in Amazon. I ended up paying $197 plus tax for this one. So just know that going in, if it's higher on Amazon, that's why. But I just ended up getting this one. I felt like it was a good fit for the area. We have some liquor in here. This is that shelf. These are just some of our beer steins and stuff that we have collected. We have the Keurig here, so that when we have a lot of people here, we have an outlet that's right there. So we can also do the espresso martini, so we can do espresso shots with this. And then that's just a little smoker kit, just some of the different alcohols we have. I love this piece. It's actually a wine rack, but I love it because you can use more space with it. Not that we have that much alcohol or that we drink that much, but this is just so that when people are here, if they want to drink, they can have a drink. That is my K-cup holder down there, and all the coffee stuff is just on top of it. But I am loving this piece. Now I'm thinking I may get some of the little puck lights to put like in the corners down here, and then on the sides just in here, so that especially if it's dark out, it gives extra light to be able to see, you know, if you're working back there. And then I'm also thinking that I may do lights underneath these, so it'll give some extra light there as well. So, but the only thing now is this being 4 foot tall. It's actually, I believe it's actually taller than 4 foot, to be honest, because I feel like, well, it might be right at 4. So if you have any recommendations, I would love to know. These seat 2 very easily across here, and then 1 over there. These are fairly large seats, so if I get smaller stool type chairs, I could get 3 across here and 2 across there, although I would probably just end up getting 4, because I think I would put 3 here and 1 over there just to keep at all times, and then people can always move them around if they want to when they sit down. But I'm thinking a smaller type of stool would be better, that wouldn't push out quite as far away from it and wouldn't take up as much room. But then I also have to consider this part too. So do I want to still keep these 2 and this here, or do I want to do completely different seating over here? And then this piece is just there to hold plants for now. It's gonna just stay there for a while, just because when my plants need some safety from the cold weather and stuff, I can put them over there. They're away from the edging. I can cover them up and they should be fine. But I do plan to get something different over there. I'm not really sure what, but if you have any thoughts or ideas, please let me know. But we were planning on putting the bar here, so that when you came out, it was right here and it was going to be covering all of this green up. However, when you come out, it actually comes out to here and then goes that way. And so when you come out of the door, it doesn't seem like it, but it was going to take up a lot of this. And then by the time you add these bar stools in it, you would basically be to here. And so then you would just have this little bit left and all of this would be covered. And I just feel like that is just taking up too much of the room. I'm sorry about all the noise. They're replacing a bridge here, and so it's just the noise that we're getting. But I just feel like instead of using up all of this space, I just feel like over here is definitely the way to go. I feel like it is more open and airy this way. It also gives a lot more room. So when you're looking out at the house, you don't have anything that is obstructing your view either. And so if you're over here and you look back this way, you have all of this, which yes, the carpet is nasty. We're getting rid of all of this. The great thing with these pieces are nothing is permanent. It can all be moved. We can pull it all out as we get ready to replace the flooring, and we can pull it all out away as we paint the walls. So we're able to go ahead and do it because we can move it. Is this something that you would like? Is this something that you think would be useful for you? What kind of stools would you get to put here? What color? Any thoughts that you would, put into this on the seating over here and everything? It doesn't look great right now because it all still needs to be cleaned, but this is a screened patio, and then below us is actually another patio, and underneath here where we're standing is another half of that patio. So I am going to put these chairs underneath this part of it to where we can also put a table out back there. So if we want to sit out actually outside, we can, and it'll give more space when we have people here during the holidays and those kind of things, for people that just want to go sit out on the concrete part of it. I just need a table to put with these chairs, so just an outdoor type table. And then we have a room underneath here also that when the weather's bad, we can put all of it into that room and get it out of the weather. But so these aren't gonna go to waste. We're still gonna use them, just not up here like I had planned. So I need you guys' input on this. What kind of chairs would you get to put out here now? Because now I need stools to go to the bar that I wasn't planning on having to buy. I thought this was going to be the last big piece. I was wrong. Well, partially. I just need chairs to go with it now. So would you do that? Also, on this, I have the other shelf. Would you do a shelf here underneath it? Would you do the shelf just above it? There's a lot more room above it than what it does look like. And I can move that up or down should we need to. I'm just not sure. So I need you guys to give me some input. Also, we have this right here. Not sure whether I'm going to leave that as a cabinet or possibly open it up as just shelves to display things. I'm not sure. And then we have this little ceiling fan here. Planning to put a matching one over there. So those do have lights on them. I think I may replace it with a white one though, just to where it blends in with the ceiling, and then get a different light because that light is very yellow and not very bright. So I think I may end up getting a white one just to where it blends in more. So yeah, so this is where we are with the outdoor living area. It's so bizarre because looking at this through the viewfinder, that wall right there looks green and it is white. This definitely is green, but that is white. So I'm wondering, I kind of feel like maybe this whole room was green and that is starting to bleed through to the white. It's so weird though, because in person, it doesn't look like that. Yeah, because see, like this right here, I think that was white the whole time and it's still very white on the viewfinder. Interesting. It's weird how I see things through the camera that I don't see normally. But anyway, okay, so leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would do. How do you like it? Do you think that I'm going the right direction? Also, I'm still needing to do flooring. Haven't decided what kind of flooring yet. I did go and look at like floating linoleum to go in here. I've also looked at other hardwood style floors. We do have hardwood in the main area though, as you walk out to here. So unless I'm doing the exact same flooring, I don't feel like I need to do that kind of flooring. I feel like I need to do something different so that I'm not trying to blend these rooms together. But I just can't decide. So I also need some feedback on that. Like, what kind of flooring would you do in here? Would you just replace the carpet? Would you can see that it's wood slats right there. I definitely don't want to leave it that way. I want to make sure it's something that looks solid. So whether it's carpet, whether it's linoleum, whether it's the wood planks, whether it's a tile or whatever, leave me some feedback. Let me know what you would do, what you recommend. And yeah, I can't wait to hear back from you. So with that being said, have a wonderful day. And remember, we love you.